Greetings, Star Trek Fleet Commanders. I am the Angry Rhino. Please like the video and subscribe to the channel. So today, and I know it's the weekend and the Floxa event is up. Well, I'm not going to talk about that. Yeah, at least not right now. Maybe a little later. But over the past, what's it been, like a week? Maybe a week or two? With these new hostiles, I have been suggesting using your Titan to boost yourself and then go into these token systems for these new hostiles, since they're not really, they don't have any wonky kind of thing like the Xindies did. More damage, more critical hits can help you a lot. Plus, if you have a Titan, you're going to want to use the activation once a day for the dailies. Why not do it when you're wasting a token out there in token space for these new assholes? Potential. Now, along with the Titan, you have to acquire, which I have gone over some ways to get the Titan. Now, you don't just get the abilities. You don't just get the increased damage, the increased critical hit, the increased shield heal, which, yeah, the Titan has it. Supposedly it works. So, how do you go about getting the research? Well, you do the dailies, you get the credits, and then you take those credits, you come in here, you see them in the research tree, come into starships, because that's where the Titan research is. You got this section of random bullshit, then you got Mantis bullshit, Cerrito bullshit, and then we finally get to the Titan bullshit. Cerrito kind of stops here where these gold ones are, and technically picks up here in this column because they are Titan research credits, even though they affect the Cerritos, which I can't stand. But just after that, you come to Titan Fist, and that's the first one for the actual Titan, and a research that affects the fortification or max fortification. How it works is fortification, it's cheaper, it will affect many ships, but it's limited on its boosts. Boosts are a little less for fortification. For max fortification, you get a little bit more boost. Base boost from the activation, there's a few critical damage. I don't know what max fortification is. I think it is just more critical damage or more damage or something. Plus all the researches. Now, with max fortification, you get all the researches that say max fortification under them, plus all the ones that just say fortification. Say, for instance, Titan's Fist, increased base damage while fortified. You would get that for a fortification and a max fortification. Now, this one, dynamic efficiency, increased base damage while max fortified. You would only get this if you max fortify. You don't get this if you fortify. Alright, so, and while I go through these researches, I'm going to try to point out some that I think will aid you in killing silent hostiles. This is one of them, Titan's Fist. That'll be the first one, because increased damage. Increased damage is increased damage. Maxes out at 150%, which isn't that good, but... And also, while I'm telling you which ones I think will help, I can tell you which ones to maybe avoid. Save the research currency on something else. Unless you want increased base damage against armadas while fortified. That's something you want, that's fine. By all means, get it. I've done one. That's it. Just to unlock, the line. Which, sadly, there are some which you level up and then all of a sudden it's like, oh wait, go back and do this other one. Because, God forbid, we let you do the ones that you want. So, Clash of Titan is not one that I have really leveled up. Titan Shield is one. Decreases opponent's shield absorption. It does say mitigation, but I like to say shield absorption. against non-armada hostiles while fortified. Now, if you're familiar with my videos, you know I'm not too crazy about this ability, and this ability is New Pike, New World Pike. He has this as an officer ability. His is actually a little bit more potent than this, but my thought process is, if you're fighting a hostile, and especially if you're using New Pike, you kill a hostile, you look at the battle log, and you see that the shields went all the way down and the hull went all the way down, and you got the kill. The shields went all the way down. So this whole changing the shield mitigation of the hostile didn't do anything. It's only going to actually benefit you if you kill the hostile while the shields are still up. Because otherwise, you're not bypassing the shields. You're just changing the percentages a little bit while still doing the same amount of damage. So, unless you can get a lot more out of this ability, maybe not this specific ability, but changing the percentage of your opponent's shield absorption, then it's not really worth it. Though, it's already 80-20, regardless of who or what you use. You use Pike, depends where you got him. I got him at tier 4, so 25%. So it moves to what? My math is terrible. 55 and 45? 55% shield, 45% hull. With this ability, while fortified, get another 10%. So 45 to the shield, 55 to the hull. Level this ability up more, could get another 20% on top of that. So 25 to the shields, 75 to the hull. Now we're talking. Now we're actually going to be bypassing the shields. So yes, this ability can be useful for you, especially if you want to, let's say, something I tried earlier today. It didn't go as well as I thought it was going to go, but mainly because my second ship is kind of a little bit behind my bigger ship, and there's only one hue, so there's that. But we'll get to Titan's Fortune in a minute. So I got my big ship in there, you know, and I brought my smaller ship, and I used Picard Beverly New Pike, because Picard will boost Pike's officer ability. Titan, one activation for the Titan. That's why I did kind of think about using two ships. Dual wielding, as I like to call it, is somewhat of practice. Something I realize I'm very fast at in wave defense, being able to select different ships and different hostiles really quick. Maybe it's because I practice. I dual wield more often than some other players, so I'm a little bit better at it in waves. Possibly. But one activation from the Titan can boost two ships. You get 2 tokens. Now, will you get as much loot as if, you know, you go in there with your best ship twice? You're probably not going to get as much loot, but it could be faster, right? You may get a little less loot, but you will get the currency faster because you're using 2 ships at the same time. And you're not having to boost 2 separate times. You're boosting once because the Titan will boost multiple ships. And what happened? Yeah, I mean, the theory worked, okay? Picard boosted Pike and got extra boost from this. So, was it 25? It would have been 55, right? About 55, and then 75, and then another 10%, and oh my God, my math. 85. Yeah, I don't know if it was quite 85%. I think it was closer to 95%. Yeah, I mean, I think I was doing closer to 95% damage to the hull. Like, it was only blocking, maybe closer to 7% went to the shields and 93% went to the hull. It's really good. Now think about if you're using that same strategy. Yeah, you're gonna have some that's still going to the shields, but you level this Titan shield up more. All your damage, all your after mitigation, actual mitigation, all your damage after mitigation could go directly to the hull. Is there benefit there? Potentially. Potentially. I didn't get that much loot. I got like 3,000 loot from it, which isn't that good. But doing these researches more researches other places, may benefit. All right, let's move on from that. I think I explained that enough. Did talk about dynamic efficiency. This is not one that I think actually helps because you're not going to max fortify every day. So it's not going to really help your hostile grind because you're not going to max fortify every day. But it is another damage boost, maxes out at 250. They come on a Titan Wrecker, which this is increases critical hit damage when simultaneously supported by Cerritos and Fortified. Maxes out at 100%. Now it's nice and all, but you got to get these fancy little other research currency. Because God forbid you only have one type of research currency. You can get some at tier 6 and tier 12 of the Titan. Yay. Okay, and you have Titan Force, increase shield hit points against hostiles while fortified. Do your shields go down? If you use Janeway, then this might be beneficial to you. But if you're not using Janeway, then this really isn't going to do anything for you. Titan's Bulwark decreases opponent's base damage against players when attacked on a capture node while fortified. Do you make it a habit of fortifying a ship while you're sitting on a capture node? I don't. I mean, if you do, then by all means go after this. You see where mine is, and mine's at level 1. Titan Power, increase shield hit points against players while fortified. Self-explanatory. You use the Titan in PvP. If you do, by all means, do the research. I don't, because it's not going to help me no hostile grind, so I don't really care. Because PvP is just whack as shit. I mean, it's Carol Freeman or don't bother now. It's just annoying. Titan Repeater, increased number of shots per weapon while affected by venomous puncture. That's the Mantis ability. And fortified. Again, not going to help you in hostile grind, but can help you in PvP if somebody uses their Mantis on you. Titan Patch. I've been told this one works. I have not. Why did I write that one down? I don't know why I should have written that one. Have not tried this, but I mean, there's use there, I guess. Repairing your shields can be a use. Though at the same time, it is only max fortified. Restore shield health every round while max fortified. You see, I'm at level 7, so it's 17%. Maxes out at 30% a round. That's, I mean, it sounds like a lot. Whether it actually works or not, I don't know. Supposedly, they also fixed this Cerrito one, but I don't know. Now, I mean, if you're doing this one and you're boosting your shields, do you need to also repair them? I don't know. I mean, something you're going to have to decide for yourself. You see, I haven't gone for the shield increases. I went for the shield restore. All right, let's go. Titan's Fortune, something I mentioned earlier in the video. Increases critical hit chance while fortified. And by... I can't forget the word. But I can't forget the word. I forgot the word. Also, max fortification. Because that is the nature of max fortification. You get the fortified bonuses as well. Increased critical hit chance. You see here at level 6, it's 11%. Maxes out at 30%. Could you use another 30% critical chance? Absolutely you could. Especially if you want to try to dual wield against these silent hostiles. Because there's only one hue. So this can be beneficial. And that's why I say use Picard Beverly instead of Pike Moreau, because Picard has more crit damage. So you add more crit damage. Add more crit chance, add more crit damage equals lots more damage. That's a good thing. Titan Spear, increase critical hit damage while max fortified. Again, only max fortified. Maxes out at 150%. Let's do Titan's Wane. Titan's Wane eliminates weapon delay for 1 round while affected by venomous puncture and max fortified. Disappointing that you have to waste a max fortification to get some reduction to venomous puncture. Of course, at the same time, a support ship that negates another support ship. Not a huge fan of this. And as you can see, I haven't even done it, of course. Again, there's that rare particle. Horizon velocity just increases the warp range, because God forbid they just make the warp range bigger with the component itself. Why do I need to waste my research credit on it? And why do I need to be level locked? It's bullshit is what it is. Titan Trigger. This is one I'm kind of waiting on. And I need to... Another fancy ass currency for the same shit. Stupid. You claim it from the Titan Refinery when you get to Titan 8 Tier 6, which I'm almost there. Increases number of shots per weapon for 3 rounds while max fortified. Yes, max fortified. But maxes out at 155%. You know, I mean, that's really good. Alright. Now, I think I screwed this list up. Fist Shield, Fortune. I did put Patch in there. I don't really know why. So, to wrap this up here, going through the list of Titan researches in attempts to help you maybe do a little bit better against solid enemies. Yes, you would have to use your Titan every day, or really not every day, just whenever you feel like doing the daily, or whatever you feel like doing silent enemies, honestly. So, it is kind of up to you. But, you might as well, since it is a daily, you might as well do the boost on the ship and, you know, get you a little bit better, more loot in a grind that may be giving you some trouble. But not every one of these researches is going to affect that grind. And some of them are going to have to be a max fortification, which you're not going to be able to do every day. But some of these ones that are fortification only can be really good. Like, say, Titan's Fist. Yes, it's only going to max out at 150%, but it is there. Titan Shield. Yes, it's only going to max out at 30%. And so then at base with your 20% and at 30% from here, you're at 50-50. 50 to shield, 50 to the hull. Unless the shields are bigger than the hull, your opponent anyway, then it's not going to really do anything. But again, if you use new Pike, then there you go. You'll have more of your damage going to the hull. It can be useful depending on what kind of crew you use. And, of course, I went Titan Fortune. Increased critical hit chance when fortified. Pretty self-explanatory there. Can be very useful. What's the word? Hue does kind of take a while to activate or to build up. This could kind of be like a bridge in between battle start and then, you know, when Hue gets going. I did put Titan Patch. Not 100% sure what the hell I was thinking there. I did say maybe it's max fortified, so it's not that useful. But at the same time, I know people like using Janeway as captain for hostile grinding. Now, with all that damage going towards your shields, especially with an opponent that has increased critical hits and critical hit damage, could really drain your shields faster. So, restoring your shields could help. Yeah, I think and that's all the ones I have listed that would really affect it. Yeah, I mean, there's some others with a max Fortify that will affect it, but only for max Fortify, which is disappointing. But the daily income of fortification juice does seem to be going up every tier. Started out at like 2,500. I think now I'm up to 5,000. So maybe with a max Titan, you might actually get enough to do a max fortification every day. I honestly don't know. So comment below. Where are you at with your Titan, assuming you have one already? Do you see the benefits in getting more Titan juice with more tiers? Does that mean more max fortifications a day? Or not necessarily a day, but does that mean you can do a max fortification every day? Don't know. Don't have my Titan up there yet. But again, those of you that have the Titan out here, do you see any research in here that I didn't emphasize that could help you during a hostile grind? And I know some of you out there don't have the Titan. Am I doing a good enough job with explaining why some of this could be beneficial to maybe make you want a Titan more than you previously have? I think when the thing initially came out, it wasn't that good. Now I think we're kind of getting a handle on it, and more stupid-ass hostiles to grind. So, it could be more beneficial to have a Titan now, I think. Alright, that's going to do it for this video. Be sure to like and subscribe. I am the Angry Rhino. Shields up, Commanders.